Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Stitcher. My name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram as Megan_Babauta_ on Ravelry as Mama Made VM. You can email me at TheSeattleStitcher@gmail.com. As I say, you are all very, very welcome here. So, it has been a couple weeks and I don't have any new starts. My new plan for the new year was really to minimize my starts. I'm allowing myself one start per quarter, and so that means that there's really not going to be much new stuff to show you guys, but I do have exciting stuff nonetheless, in the sense that I did get a finish this time. So I did get my first finish of 2024, and I got it in January, which makes me very excited. Here it is. This is Suffragette Proclamated, I want to say is the pattern name. It is a Little House Needleworks pattern. I stitched mine 1/2 on a 32 count Wren by Picture This Plus. It's so pretty. I guess I can pop a picture on the screen here of what the pattern looks like, but obviously I have it finished, so this is what it looks like. I did make a couple of changes, and that is just, I suppose just one change majorly is that the bunting here, instead of doing the Americana colors, I went ahead and made them these suffragette colors, which for the American Suffragette Act, I know there was like a green, white, and gold, sometimes a green, white, and purple, and then for some cases there's also a purple, gold, and white. I found like historical references to the purple, gold, and white being like an American version of it, so I did just use that, and I'm really happy with it. This was antique lace. I'm pretty sure I used the same white as the dress. The gold was, I'm pretty sure the same exact gold that I used for the pot, so that was the called for as well. And then the purple was Rainy Days by Weeks Dye Works. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. This will fit in a standard 6x9 frame, so I am planning to just go to Michael's or Joann's and pick up a frame. I'm just gonna bring this in store with me to find the perfect one. I haven't really decided on a color or anything, but yeah, I absolutely love the piece. I love the way it turned out. And again, I'm stitching mine on a 32 count Wren by Picture This Plus. It's either Wren or Fawn. I didn't write it down at the time that I started it, unfortunately. This was a start that I had for Alexis's birthday. That would be Alexis from the channel Alexis_My Amazing World. I don't know if she's still gonna do Flosstube. She has a lot of recent changes in her life, but if you do want to catch up with her, she does still have an Instagram, so definitely take a look there. But that is my first finish of 2024. I'm super excited about it. I'm just jazzed that I actually finished something and excited that I got something finished in January. So I feel like I'm starting off the year strong, you know, for me at least, because for me personally, I just don't get very many finishes. I don't have a lot of stitching time, but I do try to stitch as much as I can. And, you know, I'm really happy with this. I think it's so pretty. So I'm really excited about this. I was debating making it into a flat fold and just having like a large flat fold on my bookshelves, because I was kind of planning to get another one of these and move these bookshelves, and nesting is in full swing here, can you tell? But I think I'm just gonna frame it, because I would like to have like a mixed variety of small to mid-size to large pieces framed. It'll probably just get stored away for quite some time until I have some other pieces to pair with it. But I really do like it. So yeah. Yeah, when I finished it, I showed my husband. I was very proud of myself. And he was like, that doesn't even look like something you made. Like, it looks like a bag. Like, it's just crazy. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed the project. I enjoyed the stitching. It's a beautiful piece. I already have a girlfriend who I'm sending the pattern to, so I'm not gonna be giving that one away. I'm so sorry about that. Or if anyone was gonna email me to ask if I would pass the stash. Unfortunately, I've already got someone I'm passing it to. But from there, I have a finish for now, and I kind of held this hostage for an extra few days. But my daughter's been sick, so I've been at home with her anyways, but I did hold this project hostage because I wanted to show it in my Flosstube. So this is my round robin project that I'm working on with my girlfriends. I have Marjorie from Marjorie Maids. I will have in the down bar a link to every single one of their channels, including to Kitty Stitch, who she doesn't have a channel, but she has an Instagram. She's part of the round robin as well though. So I'll have hyperlinks to all that in the down bar below if you're interested. All that to say though, the pattern itself that we chose was this beautiful Quaker piece by Hello from Liz Matthews. It's called Quaker Garden. I'll pop a picture on the screen here. And Marjorie stitched hers on a 32 count vellum by Picture This Plus, which I really like this fabric. Definitely want to get some in my own stash. Her flosses were DMC 3860, which is a nice brown color, and Weeks Dye Works Clockwork, which is a beautiful orange. She's stitching 2/2. And the fun part about her project is the rest of us are all doing our own flosses. We're sending the flosses with each, with our own project so that there's enough in the bag for everyone to stitch, and we'll have a monochromatic piece when it comes back. Well, with Marjorie's, she is having it where everyone is stitching with their own floss. So here's the progress. It is just super, super fun. So I did show this in my last floss tube. So Marjorie did the brown, and then she also did this first large orange motif here. So that was her Clockwork by Weeks Dye Works. This is Cam's color, which is Cranberry Bread, which is a Mo's Sale silk. You can check out Mo's Sale actually on Etsy now. She did start an Etsy shop this year, 2024. I'll link that in the down bar. The next one here is Pink Tourmaline, which is a beautiful dinky dye silk. This is a DMC. I cannot remember the exact number off the top of my head, but that is Elizabeth's. It's beautiful. Maddie's was the Pink Tourmaline. And then mine, I also used a dinky dyes because dinky dyes are some of my favorite silks. They're just beautiful to work with. And this is Twilight by Dinky Dyes. It's a beautiful variegated blue. I always get my dinky dyes off of Hollistan Creates, so I'll link her shop below. So I did my flower, and then I also did some of the stitching of the border here, because technically that part of the stitching would be, if it was a monochromatic piece, it would be in my color, or it'd be in whatever color she had chose essentially. So she would have picked that color and it would have kept going. But to make it more uniform, she included her brown instead. So here's the little floss draw. And that way it matches the top. So the border along the bottom will also be that brown. So yeah. Moving on now to my whips. The first whip that I worked on, well, I don't think this was the first one because this was on the 13th. I decided to mimic Cam. Cam the Stitcher and I started this on the first Friday, the 13th of 2023. And this is kind of actually where our friendship began, because I had seen her on Instagram and I really loved her projects, and I just thought she was like, I loved her. I thought she was really cool. I loved all the stuff she was stitching on. I liked her fabrics. She had some really good layout photos, so her Instagram was really pleasing to look at. And I remember, I think it was like in her story, or I don't remember what. Maybe she commented on one of my videos, I don't remember, and said how she had this project. That project being White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick. I'll pop a picture on the screen, of course. But all that to say, I had messaged her after that and said like, hey, did you want to sal that project together? So we used the hashtag Winter Moth Sal, and because there's so many patterns that have moths in them, and we didn't want to just make it exclusively this Kathy Barrick pattern. Needless to say though, I feel like Kathy Barrick is the queen of moth patterns. She has so many good ones. But I reached out to her, asked if she wanted to sal it. We decided to sal it on the first Friday, the 13th of 2023, and the rest is history, right? So I'm stitching mine on a 36 count Honey by Stitch Me, which is this beautiful, just honey golden shade. It really is lovely. It's a nice fabric, great modeling. And I think I have a picture of where I was before, so I'll pop that on the screen as well. Hopefully my lighting is good enough. Not really. In person, it's wild. This shows up so well in person because obviously the white is a really good contrast with the honey color, but you can barely see it here. It's just this little outline. I went down and I continued on to start this motif because I really wanted to break from all the white fill-in. Of course, I want to break from the white fill-in, and I ended up pulling another motif that uses white. But I also completed the piece that I had hanging there as well. So yeah, 1/2 on 36 count. It's looking great. I like the coverage. It's very pretty. It's crazy because this looks like, it looks like black and white, doesn't it? But it's actually a really pretty array of teals and this nice like goldenrod color. Some fuzz balls on there. Yeah, I think those colors are so pretty. But it's wild how once it's stitched up, it just, like, it doesn't look like that at all. I would have never actually looked at the cover photo of this though and thought that it was teals. I thought that like, oh, there must be something wrong when I was pulling the DMCs. I couldn't believe it, but nope, it really is. It's not black and white, it is teals. But I like that, it's a little bit different. So I really enjoy the piece, and I pulled it out on the 13th, stitched on it for that day and put it away. So not very much progress, but actually, you know what? I think the 13th was a Saturday last weekend. So what I did was I worked on it for Saturday and a little bit of Sunday. Like I said, I don't get a ton of stitchy time, or maybe I haven't said that, but I think I say it every video. I don't get a ton of stitchy time, so not a ton of progress, but some progress is better than none, especially when you're trying to whip down. All right, next whip I worked on. This is Beatrix Potter Sampler Quaker. It is a stitchy box pattern. I'll pop a picture on the screen here of the pattern. I'm really close to the called for colors. I'm using Dinky Dye's Fireside, which is a beautiful kind of coppery orange color. And my fabric is a 36 count Fox and Rabbit in the colorway Duxbury or Duxbury, not sure. And I did get to 27% on this. So my goal this year is to get this to 50%. So I'll pop a picture on the screen of where I was before. And here I am now. I also cut down my fabric finally because I did complete this motif. So I gave myself a really nice margin on the edge here, and I got one more small motif done down here. So every time I pull this out, my goal is just to kind of get a couple of motifs, either one small one or one large one, maybe two small ones together. I just want to get this to 50% this year, which I think is an obtainable goal for me, to be honest, because I really do enjoy Quaker pieces. So yeah, it's really pretty. Love the way it's looking. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I was kind of imagining it being this huge piece, but it's really, really beautiful. And I am stitching this 1/2 on the 36 count. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think it's beautiful. My Duxbury, I will say, is not very mottled, and it's quite tan all over. And I know that a lot of people that have ordered this fabric, it's like really creamy with dark mottling on it. So I'm not sure what to say if my fabric is a good representation of the actual color of the fabric. But that's the thing with hand-dyed fabrics, is they're not all going to be the same, and they're not going to be the same every single time you dye them. But I do like my color. I think it looks great, especially with the floss. It looks beautiful. So love that. The next project I worked on is Little House Needleworks, the bookshelf. I'll pop a picture on the screen of that one. And I am using all the called for DMC with this. So it's just a really nice array of colors. It's like not too spring, not too summer, not too winter. It doesn't fall into any season for me. So I like that about this piece. And I'm stitching mine on a 32 count gray by Weeks Dye Works. And I'm stitching it 1/2. I decided to pull this one out after I had worked on, I don't remember what I had worked on. I decided to pull this one out because I kind of had like project indecision. I couldn't decide what I wanted to work on. So I just went to my stash, picked something that I was like, okay, I have decent progress on this. Let me just get a little bit more done. So I'll pop a picture of where I was before on the screen here, but here is where I got to. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me see. There we go. So I just went in here and I completed all of the leaves for this motif. I added these two little pieces here and there, and then I completed, I think, like one of the twigs I didn't have started at all, so I went ahead and started that as well. So this was just a day's worth of stitching, actually two like short stitchy sessions. So not very much progress, but I don't know, I just like kind of jumped around a lot in the past couple weeks. I really do love this piece because I think it'll really look nice up over here, and I think as well it'll look nice with my my other Little House Needleworks that I just finished. But yeah, just slow going. 1/2 on 32 count is pretty sparse, but as you can see, it's not too bad on this Weeks Dye Works fabric. So yeah, love that. Super cute. If you're interested in the pattern, it is, let's see, I think it's all female authors. Yeah, the 19th century. I was trying to remember what century it was, to be honest. So if you are interested in the pattern, it is a really cute one. The bookshelf, it says on the little back piece here that it is a sampler that pays tribute to women writers of the 19th and 20th centuries. So it's really cute, and I mean, not all of these authors are my favorite. I'm honestly not even a huge classical book reader. A lot of what I read is nonfiction history. I do get a lot of questions about my books. Most of these are nonfiction. I'd say like 95% of what I have on my shelves is nonfiction. It's either history or psychology, because I really love psychology. So if you were interested, there's my little my little nugget about my bookshelves. But I don't know, I still really liked this piece. So it's pretty, and I feel like it was historical, and I love history, so I am glad I have it. And I'm glad I got a little bit of progress on it, you know, like it's better than nothing. The next project I worked on, this was actually my restart, but technically my Q1 start for 2024, because I am allotting myself one start every quarter. Restarts as well, including, so this being my first start of the year, this is Vanity Sampler by Hello from Liz Matthews. I'll pop a picture on the screen. I'm stitching this on a 36 count spiced honey, which is a color and cotton fabric. It's a beautiful fabric if you are interested. And I'm using the conversion that Cam the Stitcher came up with. Here it is. It's just DMC, and it is stunning. It's just much more, I don't know, moody, and 915, DMC 915 is my favorite DMC. I absolutely love it. I actually have a sampler completely, or no, a Quaker, I think, kitted up just completely in 915. But the colors are stunning. If you're interested in this, definitely reach out to Cam the Stitcher. She is amazing. She put together this in like a day. Can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, those are my colors. Come on, look at that. So I think I have a picture of where I was before. I'll pop that on the screen. And here I am now. So I just kind of continued on with the border. And I went in here and I finished up the tree, I'm pretty sure, which is this really nice like army green. Then I went down here and I did this little funky motif here. But I love the way this is looking. That's a really good representation of the color of the fabric as well. So it's just a really nice warm honey brown. It's gonna look so good with these colors. Look at that. Oh, I love it. The next project I worked on is Kathy Berrick's Good Intentions. I'll pop a picture on the screen of the pattern, what it originally looked like. I have made quite a few changes because I did decide to go ahead and do a complete color conversion because I wanted to make it my own. I felt like that was like the fun part about this pattern, and I saw a lot of people that were doing these fun conversions, and so it totally inspired me to do my own. I pulled this out from my Pick-A-Whip. Pick-A-Whip this week, the poll was your favorite colors. I think that's what it was. Yeah, your favorite colors. And if you're interested in Pick-A-Whip, Pick-A-Whip is a system that is the brainchild of Marjorie Maid. I'll link her channel below, of course, and she is just a genius. Her system is, it's just like a very loose, I don't want to say goals, more of like guidelines. So it gives you a prompt, and then you just have to find a project that fits that prompt for you. And that just makes it so much easier for me because there's less pressure to be like, you have to get X amount of stitches on this project exactly, and you can't work on anything else. I don't like that kind of guidelines. I'm a finance manager, so like with my job, I have to do that. You know what I mean? Like everything has to be correct, and the numbers have to be correct, and all the paperwork has to be correct. And so it's like when I'm crafting, I just wanna chill. And I know that's not for everyone, but all that to say, this is my Pick-A-Whip, and it's what I've been working on for a couple of days now. And I'll pop a picture of where I was before while I'm showing you guys my flosses. So I did go ahead and decide on an all DMC color conversion. I haven't used some of the colors that I did pull just because I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I really liked the kind of ombre of the light pink to the darker deep burgundy, as well as the ombre of the teals. I don't think the teals are working with my fabric though, so those might get put back in stash. And my only overdyed was an overdyed that I had in stash. It's a very purpley gray, and it is the colorway, oh, what was this? Obsidian, that's what it is, by Roxy Floss Co. So yeah, those are my colors. And I'm stitching this on a This was sold to me as a 32 count gingerbread, and it's supposed to be a Lugana by Picture This Plus. I'm pretty sure it's a 36 or a 40 count. I did do, like, actually checked it with a ruler, and it definitely was like at least, I want to say at least a 36 or maybe a 40. I can't remember, but I think I was just given the wrong piece of fabric. Totally fine with me. I'm not really super picky about the fabric count that I stitch on, so it worked out. But here is where I got to. So I did actually get some pretty good progress. I'm almost done with the quote up top, which was my real goal was actually to get that completed, but I kind of got bored of, of stitching that. And so I went down and I decided to round off the cat's tail. I went in and gave her a piece of linen finally. So I gave my little lady her linen. I added one of these scissors. I completed this spool of thread here. And then I also added to the border up top here as well. So yeah, I love this piece. It's just so cute. Oh, and then I did go in and add her shoes as well. And then I backstitched the little M. So she is supposed to look like me. I'm pregnant right now. I'm 8 months pregnant. So I don't have my hair dyed black anymore. This is just my natural hair now. Just kind of grow out of the black over time, I suppose. But she doesn't look like me so much anymore. That's okay. My belly's much bigger right now. But I do really love the piece. I think it's gonna be really cute and tiny. I think I might actually just make this into a large pillow. I'm not really sure. I'll have to see when I finish it what size frame it would fit in, if it will fit into one, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I really like it on the fabric. The gingerbread by Picture This Plus it's a nice honey warm brown, but I think it pulls a little bit more pink. So it really does do favors to the pink coloring. Like this would actually be a good fabric for Cam's conversion on Vanity Sampler. If you're looking for a piece of fabric, Picture This Plus gingerbread I think would be a beautiful one. But yeah, I love it. I think it looks so cute. And if you guys have been around for a while, you'll know I have a black cat. His name is Binks. I found him at the dealership that I work at. I did try to find his owners. I don't think he has any. So we've been his owners now for a little bit over a year, and he's the best. So yeah, I like the little black cat edition. So I'm loving this. Super cute. It was really fun. It was a really fun pull for Pick-a-Whip, and I'm excited for the next one because I'm definitely going to put this one away. I'm kind of just like tired of working on it. It's also one of those pieces where, because I did a full color conversion, I didn't like pre-plan where I was going to put every color. So I'm having to like look at the colors and see where I want to put this and where I want to put that before I make the changes. And so it's a lot more brain work, and I have like 2 brain cells right now, and both of them are thinking actively about the birth of my son, which is next month. Which is crazy. Like time's going by way too fast. Whoa. But here we are. I think I have one last whip. Yes, I have one last whip, and this is one that I pulled out last night. So I've only got one night of stitching on it, which is very, very sad. But this is Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais. I do have a beautiful Vicki Clayton silk pack conversion for this. So if you're interested, take a look at her website and snag this up for yourself. Oh, I say that as I knot them all together. Totally my fault, not hers. Her silks are beautifully smooth. So I just have these on basic floss drops. You can see how stunning they are. I mean, the shine is, it's just beautiful. It's very like, it's like a luster, not really like a shine. It's just stunning. Love the colors. Love working with them. Highly recommend. I'll link her shop down below, or her website, I should say. But definitely. So anyway, like I said, I worked on this last night. This is a 40 count Bestitch Me fabric. I cannot remember the name of the fabric for the life of me. Maybe someone out there will recognize it. It's beautiful. It's like a golden yellow with this blue gray modeling. It's very much like a heaven sky or something, you know? I really honestly wasn't sure what I was going to use this fabric for because it's very yellowy, and as much as I like honey warm tones, this was more like golden yellow, and I'm not a big yellow person, so I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. I think Cam the Stitcher was the one who was like, oh, I'm going to use that for Every Opening Flower, and I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. So totally stole her idea and used it for mine as well. So all I did last night for as far as stitching goes is I brought down the 2 twigs of this little circle here and started the bow that's on the bottom. And that was it. And then I think I added these little foliage leaves there too, but not very much. My husband was playing video games, and so I just stitched on this while he was playing. Although I have been stitching on like 36 and 32 counts for the past few days. So honestly, longer than that. Probably for the past couple weeks. Yeah, I think all my other projects were on a 36 or a 32 count. So when I went to this 40 count, I was like, oh man, how do I do that? It definitely is very, very tiny, but I love it. I love the effect of it too. And the piece is gonna be pretty small overall because of it, and I like that, so yeah. So if you just stuck around for the stitching, that was everything I have to show this past couple of weeks. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending your time with me. I definitely understand how precious time is, so it means a lot to me that you guys stick around and continue to come back and support me. I really do appreciate y'all. If you stuck around this long, leave me a comment. Just let me know, what are you working on and what are you excited about for this year? I would love to know. So yeah, if that was all you stuck around for, thank you. If you are interested in knitting, I'm gonna move on into my knitting. So I do have a couple of finished objects. I wanted to knit my son and I am 8 months pregnant right now with my son, and I wanted to knit us matching hats for the hospital. So I received this yarn as a gift from my best stitchy friend, Bridget. She is the museum stitcher. I absolutely love her. I'll link her channel below, of course. This was West 7th wool. I last time said the colorway was small boy, but it's not. That's like the base. I forgot what the colorway was. I'm sorry, Bridget. I'll have to put it on the screen because I think she sent me what the colorway was. So I'll put it on the screen, but I finished myself a hat. This is my pattern that I have on Ravelry. If you go into my, not my library, but like you go into my project pages, you'll see a project page that's like simple beanie. And in there, the notes section, I've written out exactly how I knit these hats. That is with my gauge though, so be mindful of the fact that it's with my gauge. And I also give you the math of how you can alter the pattern to make it larger or smaller yourself. Because essentially it just needs to be divisible by a certain number to make it work. But all that to say, I knit myself a hat, just really basic beanie, and then I knit one for my son. You're probably thinking that looks huge, but my daughter, she had a pretty big head when she was born. I haven't blocked it yet, so the tail isn't woven in. But so when my daughter was born, I had brought like 3 different cute little newborn hats to the hospital with big bows on them and all that, you know, so I could take some cute pictures. And her head was so big that she could not wear any of them. So I don't know if this baby's gonna be the same, but I did go ahead and just knit this a little bit larger. But I mean, comparatively to my hat, it still is, it's tiny. It's just really long, but I always think it's really cute when babies have these like long hats on. And don't worry, he's not gonna be using this for anything but a cute little picture, and then it'll be taken right off. So there is no hazard. I definitely will just keep it around until he's a little bit bigger, if it is a little bit too large for him. But yeah, I love the wool. It was fabulous to work with. I did go down a needle size. I've been doing that recently. I just think my own gauge has changed over the years, and I've kind of loosened up as a knitter. And so that being said, I went down to a 1.5 millimeter needle, and I'm really happy with that overall. I mean, I haven't blocked this yet, and I feel like my stitches look pretty nice. So yeah, and then this one is blocked, and I think the fabric looks lovely, and it's very, very soft. Oh my gosh, so soft. So definitely recommend this. I'll link the shop below, like their website, because I'm pretty sure you can order online. So soft. The next little hat that I have is one for my niece. I made my daughter a matching version to this, and this is knit with a Cascade 220 yarn, which is, or no, not 220. This is actually Cascade Heritage, which is their basic like sock yarn. So just a fingering weight sock base. It's really soft. It's very easily machine washable. I accidentally wash my husband's hats that I knit for him all the time. They shrink up a little bit lengthwise for me, but that's about it. By the time he wears it again, it'll get stretched out. So no big deal. But yeah, it's a good yarn for hats just because it is washable, just in case you accidentally throw it in the dryer, because I have been known to do that. Because sometimes, like, you know, a hat will just get kind of tucked into some towels and other stuff, and you don't see it when you're doing laundry. This colorway, though, I'd imagine is going to be hard to miss. But yeah, my daughter really likes hers. She's been wearing it a lot, and I think it'll be really cute when I have this one done for her niece. From there, I did cast on a new project. This is also Cascade Heritage. It's in the dark burgundy. I want to say the colorway is like wine or something like that. But again, 1.5 millimeter needles. I just cast this on for my husband a couple of days ago. So I don't have very much of a start at all, but my husband's favorite color is like red, black. He likes purple too, but so like these deep wine burgundy colors are some of his favorites. So casted that on because he honestly already needs more hats. Like, I know that I was on a little kick of knitting him hats a couple months ago. He already needs new ones. When I tell you, he wears my hats that I knit him every single day. He likes like caps as well, like a baseball cap or a flat bill, but in the winter time, like when he goes to the gym to work out, when he's at work, he likes to just wear a knitted beanie. And I don't know, I've just kind of like over the years progressed to making the perfect beanie for him. And so here we are, you know, this year we'll be together 9 years. So last year was 8 years. So we've been together a little bit over 8 years now. And so it's just kind of funny. But all that to say, he definitely needs more hats. We're in the end months of the winter, but these upcoming months are the coldest months for us. I feel like it's one thing to make something for someone and then, you know, maybe they wear it like once a year and you're like, man, that sucks. But my husband, he wears these hats to death, like to the point of they're so pilled up and just like shrunken from being washed so many times. And it's great though. I love that. So I'll continue knitting them for him until he doesn't want them anymore, I guess, or until I absolutely cannot knit anymore. But that is all my knitting. I didn't work on my color work projects this past couple weeks because I just don't really have the brain space for it, to be honest, and I'm a little bit worried that I'll make mistakes. Things have definitely been getting harder for me as far as like being active, just because I am so pregnant. My son is due next month, so that's exciting. I have pretty much everything ready in the house. I just you know, been nesting, cleaning. I feel like I just cleaned yesterday. I did. And I need to clean again right now. I'm looking at the floor and all the little scraps of stuff on the floor. But such is life when you have a 5-year-old. We're planning Amira's birthday party because we have to celebrate her birthday party early since I'll be in the hospital for her actual birthday. And because of that, we're having her birthday in the beginning of February. And so in the next couple weeks, we'll have her birthday party. And I ordered her like the cutest little shirt because she wanted an Encanto themed birthday party. So I ordered her a super cute shirt on Etsy, and I'm gonna link the seller below because I thought the shirt was adorable. I'll pop a picture on the screen. And yeah, I went to like the dollar store to get like utensils and a bunch of like little things like that, and the balloon weights and stuff. And then I'm gonna go to Party City. Yeah, that's what it's called. Party City, so I can get some balloons blown up for her because I ordered some on Amazon, like all the characters and stuff, and finish it up. I got tablecloths and all that fun stuff. So we're really excited. We're not having her party here at our place or anything. We're having it at a different place. But it's a place she's really excited about, and we have taken her to plenty of times. So yeah, we're excited. That'll be really fun. So that's like my upcoming, what's keeping me busy plans wise. And then after that, she just has like one more birthday event the following weekend for one of her classmates, and then it's pretty chill after that, which thank goodness, because that means that I think I have like one weekend in February where I'm free before the baby is born. So hopefully I see you guys again. We'll see. But yeah, everything's been good. Still no updates on how the cyst is looking that's on his brain. Not really sure what's going on with it. I did get a referral to go have another anatomy scan just so I could see what the cyst is looking like. But they're just like super slow after the holiday season about actually calling and getting things scheduled. And I mean, I can't change the outcome. So I guess for me, seeing it on a screen isn't going to change, you know, like either it's there or it's not. And I have to accept either one. And I have to accept how whatever the outcome may be, I have to accept it. And so I'm kind of okay with not pushing my doctor to make sure that they call me and get the referral in. I still have a few weeks, so if anything, they could call me within those few weeks and I could go in and get the other ultrasound done. But I'm not going to stress myself out about it, because regardless of what that ultrasound says, I have to accept whatever happens and, you know, just stay positive. And, you know, what else can you do besides stay positive? So that's what I'm trying to do. And I definitely have been in a lot more pain just because, you know, the baby is settling, and the baby weighs more, of course, than they did at 20 weeks. And so it's hard. And this is my second child. It'll be my last. And oh my gosh, it is taking everything out of me. It really is. I feel so tired, and I just feel, I don't know, worn out, I guess is the best way to put it. I just feel worn out. It's hard to just get up and feel motivated to do anything. So I really have respect for people who are, you know, you're in your 40s, pregnant. I honestly can't imagine. I cannot imagine. But all that to say, women's bodies are amazing. So it is wild what we can go through. So anyways, I was just sitting down to clean up my Flosstube mess, and I realized I totally forgot to mention this. So I'm gonna clip this part into my video. I'm so sorry. My pregnancy brain just kind of, sometimes I know there's things I need to remember and I just can't. So my apologies, Trelly, but a wonderful designer had reached out to me, and she just started an Etsy shop. So I'll link her shop below, but she had some beautiful patterns she sent over to me. My personal favorite one was this blue house one. So I'm gonna pop a picture on the screen here of that. Absolutely love it. But I'm excited to maybe start some of these in the next year. I definitely have to earn my starts if I do start anything extra this year. That is one of my goals, but still, thank you so much, Charlie. I really do appreciate it. I will link her shop below if you're interested in checking her out, because her patterns are stunning. So yeah, thanks again. Now that really was everything, I promise. Bye. I thought this was gonna be a longer video because I had so many whips to show, but I kind of just blow through that stuff, don't I? My bad. Well, sorry guys. But thanks for sticking around if you stuck around to the end. I really do appreciate y'all. As I always say, I know I do, and it's probably a broken record at this point, but you guys just make me feel, you guys make me feel like I've got all sorts of friends all over the world, and I love it. So thanks for joining me and spending a little bit of time with me today. I hope you have a wonderful next couple of weeks, and hopefully I will catch you sometime in February. Fingers crossed. All right. Love you so much. Bye.